and welcome into Your Health. You may have heard the term, or you may have heard the acronym MAHA. Do you know what that means? Well, it means Make America Healthy Again. Came from Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who's going to be working with President Trump, and his whole goal is to make America healthy again. Carl Schmidt, you're with us from the Herb Shop, and you could have invented that term because you've been trying to do that for over 20 years now.
Yes, 30 years.
30 years. That's probably your current website says 20 years.
Right, I need to update that.
You need to update that one up to 30 years.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, and you're a naturopathic doctor.
Right.
Which means you treat things from the natural standpoint.
I'm not a medical doctor. I don't replace your medical advice, but I look for natural options to make the body work better. In natural health, we really look at the cellular health. If the cell's not well, you're not well. When you go to a doctor, he's looking for a symptom to identify the symptom and place a medication that the FDA said would change the symptom. In natural health, we're looking at the cause, the root element of what's interfering with optimal wellness, and that's at the cellular level.
And try to eliminate that.
Right.
Yeah, and once you eliminate, obviously, you're going to be more healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we do several testing that can scan and analyze what's going on in the background, not the symptom, but the causes of the symptoms, such as heavy metals, different toxins, deficiencies. Every cell has a receptor site for nutrition, but it also can get in there, instead of nutrition, it could get a poison or a toxin that are just common in our environment. Our world is very polluted, unfortunately, and many things we do, from personal care products, skin care products, to even food, the way it's processed. And as you mentioned, Kennedy, he's definitely got some objectives in mind to help clean up the food supply. And what's even more startling is the toxins affect one generation after the next. What I mean by that is it corrupts the DNA.
Okay.
So I can go back.
So it's something that you will then inherit.
Right. So the toxins your great-grandparents had could set up to why a child is autistic or type 1 diabetic or have other or cancer, is because the pollution corroded the DNA structure.
Yeah, because a lot of times when you're talking about diabetes just in general, they'll talk about one of the factors would be that it's hereditary.
Right.
Yeah.
But they don't explain the specifics of those genes. So another thing Bobby Kennedy's doing is he's wearing one of these patches every day. The patches activate stem cells, and they actually reset genetic expression. Genetic expression is that deep chemistry, that metabolic processes of how the body does the right thing or does the wrong thing at a cellular molecule level. And so it's a proactive mechanism to wear the patch every day. You replace it at the end of the day, take it off, and then morning put on a new one. But there's so many factors to looking at nutrition, and it's more than just the multivitamin. It's doing those seasonal maybe fasting or detoxing. And we have an infrared sauna at the wellness, at Herb Shop Wellness. We also have an ionic foot bath. We have an infrared light. So we have different modalities. We have another device called the Beamer. It's a pulse electromagnetic field that improves microvascular circulation. That's how blood flows at the deepest level in the smallest blood vessels. So we put all these together, plus identifying, and then we can measure our progress. That's what's so exciting about what we can offer, is we can actually see what you're making in your progress of detoxing and supporting deficiencies. And we can offer questionnaires we can send out by email if you call, or we can print one in the store and help you have a clue without doing all the testing. We can help you get started if that's more on your budget, to just have questions and let your own objectivity kind of give you the why you need to work a little deeper and harder on your issues.
Well, we tell our viewers, and we tell everybody in general, that you should be visiting your general practice physician at least once a year. And when you go there, one of the first things they do is, well, we want to look at the lab work and set up a baseline, and then we can say, well, what did your cholesterol do from this time to that time? So they can look at different things. But at that point, they're looking at things that may be going awry. They're not trying to, so that they can, again, go back to what we were talking about, say, oh, my cholesterol is high, take this pill. Well, obviously, we don't want to be taking a load of pills. Because all you have to do is look at a magazine or watch a television program, and they talk about these wonderful things, and then bingo, right behind it, the side effects.
which
Well-
they don't emphasize to the level they emphasize the good things. It's marketing.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and medicines and FDA and doctors, they all have their purpose, but a drug is used for a disease. And so we
Right.
kind of forget that the way we got to that disease state is the maintenance wasn't sufficient to keep you from getting a disease. Once you have the disease, the medication controls some aspects of the disease, but often has a side effect and may even create another disease. So if you step back a little further and go, how do I maintain better? And that's what we offer is better maintenance.
So we want to start basically with a clean slate as
Right.
much as we can, and then not put anything in there that's going to make a difference to your clean slate.
Right. The medication is going to be a safety net and they can have a purpose, but that just means we haven't maintained well enough. So we can support the body's chemistry, we can remove and we can identify and remove toxins that could be a culprit to the underlying problem, and we can monitor our progress from that way.
Okay. So you've been doing this for 30 years,
Yes.
but the herb shop has been open 30 years now?
Since 1993.
1993, and it's located on Vaughan Road in
Right.
the Pepper Tree Shopping
Yes.
Center. So it's easy to get to, and obviously you're open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, from 10 in the morning to what, 6 in the evening?
10 to
It's good,
6.
good time to be open.
Yes.
You get to sleep in.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I do appointments before hours.
I know. Yeah, you do. You're gonna when you go to the site, go to the website, you can find out all kinds of things. But I get you to come back because we want to dive down into some of these herbs and things we
Yes,
need to be
yes.
taken. Okay, and we'll be right back right after this.